Go! Everybody, welcome to the greatest one-man show in the history of all of mankind. You know what time it is. It's the Dusty Smith Show, and I'm Dusty Smith. That makes sense. Thank you for joining me tonight. As always, I have a decent show, better than most. Not the best, wouldn't lie to you, but what you gonna do? Another slow news weekend. I won't say it's gonna be a short show tonight, because every time I say that, I'm a dirty, dirty liar. And you know me, I hate to fucking lie to you guys. I love you too much for that, but we'll see what happens. Be sure to join me on the after party. For those of you not in the know, we do an after party every night after the show, like twice a week. Exclusive content for patrons only. And tonight on the after show, we're going to be playing a game called I Am Jesus Christ. I'm going to be Jesus, y'all. Hell yeah, I'm gonna heal sick motherfuckers and multiply fishes. It's gonna be amazing, I guess. I don't fucking know, I ain't played the game. But anyway, be sure to sign up for my Patreon and, you know, that'll be awesome. Can hang out with me and watch me be Jesus. Should be a good time for all, so do that. Hell yeah. All right, let's go ahead and kick the show off. As always, motherfuckers, open your hymnals to page 1. Before I do that, though, gotta remind you, Super Chats! Super Chat me. All of the Super Chats gonna be read at halftime. Most of the show tonight is Chud Watch, because that's like all that fucking happened was Chud shit. So, gonna do a big Chud Watch. Before that, we're gonna read all the Super Chats, so be sure to buy my love with the Super Chats. A great way to support the show. You know you want to do it. Hell yeah. Hit the like button. Do all of the things. Be cool. And all right, open your hymnals to page 1. Let's go. Let's do some religious bullshit. Hell yeah. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Everybody, it's time for religious bullshit. And start us off tonight on religious bullshit. Why can't we all be as hot as this girl, okay? She's totally humble, y'all, but she wants you to know that she's sexy and she also believes in Jesus. Can't we make this a thing? Being hot and also being really Jesus-lovey? Let's have a look.
Can we normalize loving God and also looking good? Can that be a thing?
Can be a thing. Look how good I look, everybody. I'm so sexy. And also, I love Jesus. So, virtue signaling, and also you're not being very humble like Jesus. I guess Jesus wasn't humble either. He was like, I'm God, motherfuckers. I'm God. Not very humble to claim you're God, just saying. Even if you are, not humble. So, I guess you're doing it right. Following in the footsteps of her Lord and Savior. And also like a discount Heather Graham. I seen better. Not that impressed, Jesus freak. And then, on the religious bullshit. First off, this guy needs to learn, if you're heavy set, it's fine. It's okay to be heavy set, but don't wear like a horizontal stripes. Don't do it. Vertical stripes if you're heavy. Anyway, here is his sermon about trans people. Directly from Arkansas, Pastor Shannon O'Dell.
It's a woman.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
It's a simple question, and it's this. What is a woman?
I can define it. A woman, adult, human, female. Very simple. That's what a woman is. However, like most words in the dictionary, The word woman has multiple definitions, and one of those definitions is about gender, which is different than sex. So, yeah, pretty easy. Thank you. Let's go.
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
Matter of fact, as I was preparing for this series,
stop,
I was
stop. Time out. First off, what's with the hair? What's with the zippy, the fucking pinhead look? All of the no, and then like horizontal stripes, really, with your body type? Dude, and that all of it's not working. All of it's wrong. You think, like, if Jesus was on your side, he would help you have better fashion sense and get a decent haircut. Guess not, though. Fucking Jesus. Once again, once I'm playing Jesus in that game, though, good haircuts for everybody. You're going to see in the after party. Anyway, keep going.
excited to tell you how excited my wife is that I got her the best Valentine's gift ever, a Century Arms Auto 9mm.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Awesome gift.
I have 3 kids born in November. And, yeah, some of y'all doing the math. I know. Yep, exactly. We may not have Valentine's in 10 years.
Definitely not going to.
Sex trafficking.
Definitely capitalism is going to collapse, and they're not going to try to sell us this bullshit anymore in 10 years because of trans people. Fucking trans people ruining everything, like our capitalistic holidays or whatever. Like, it'd be great if we didn't have Valentine's anymore. Fuck that bullshit.
At the highest it's ever been online, mostly because we forced people to wear masks, not let their kids go to school, and the next thing you know, they're...
Who is not letting your kids go to school? Where's this happening? Pretty sure all the kids are back in school, motherfucker, and no one's forcing you to wear a mask. You can always keep your doughy ass at home.
People to wear masks, not let their kids go to school, and the next thing you know, they're online, and pedophiles love that, so they're looking for kids that are doing education online and attacking them and throwing stuff on.
What really helps pedophiles get access to your kids is when you homeschool them, right? If your kids are at home all the time, pedophiles have constant access to them on the internet, so I'm sure you're against homeschooling, right? Since that is where your kids are most accessible to pedophiles, and also, like, of course, not to even mention the church, but, right?
On their computers. Now we got kids watching stuff with little kids in trans jackets and 2 moms and don't know if the animal wants to be a male or a female. Brand new movie just comes out, and commercials with guys advertising tampons and eyeliners. We've got problems.
Yeah, you do got some problems, motherfucker. You need a near-death experience to get your priorities straight, because none of that shit matters. That's not a real issue. You know what is a real issue? A preacher such as yourself raping all the kids. There's a little problem there for you if you really want to go tackle the hard stuff.
And what do we say? It's like, oh, you should, we don't want to offend we don't want to offend anybody.
I know. Aren't conservatives so worried about offending people? Aren't they always walking on pins and needles to try to not offend people? They're not? That's sort of their whole thing, is to try to offend people? Yeah.
You must have never been to Walmart.
What is so offensive about Walmart? I mean, other than the obvious. Lost his thought. Gotta look at his notes. Amateur. Hurry up, Zippy.
Paul preached like this.
Who gives a fuck about Paul? Paul was an asshole.
Your son who wants to be a girl is not showering near my granddaughter.
Okay. Who gives a shit? They're not trying to shower near your granddaughter. What the fuck are you even talking about? Just not a real issue, dude.
We're right around the corner of us saying nothing, and 18, 28, 38 8-year-old men are going to be able to have sexual relations with 13 and 14-year-old girls if we don't do something.
No, they're not. This is the exact same argument you guys made against interracial marriage. Hey, we let black people and white people marry. Next thing you know, we're going to let people marry animals, and pedophiles are going to be raping our... No, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, if you're really worried about that, then maybe we should boycott churches? No.
You're like, oh, that never happened. It's happening.
It's not happening.
There's a nonprofit right now, the North America Men Boy Lovers Association.
All right, they're universally hated. They're making no progress. Nobody is on their side, and they're definitely not legally allowed to rape children.
They raise money. They raise funds. They're so excited about today. And it's just a matter of time they're going to change the age of adults.
You guys are literally the ones doing that. There have been laws that have been passed that try to end child marriages, and religious people objected to it because marrying little kids has always been part of Christianity. Zippy might want to look into it. And I Am Miles Wrong is back at it. So apparently a bunch of Christian fascists were marching down the street. Right-wing fascist Christian Lives Matter group chanting on an anti-LGBTQIA march along King Street, Newton. Police doing little to stop them, even when they're verbally and physically harassing bystanders. So that's what's really happening here. But of course, I Am Miles Wrong loves it. The wrongest boy on the internet. I hate to call him a boy, so he's like 50, but he's like still has the mentality of a child, and he looks like a little doughy twerp. So anyway, here's the video. All right, just dorks, fucking dorks. And of course, he's like, Christian nationalism is rising. You love to see it, unless you're a satanic pedophile. But here's the thing. You don't even go here. Dude lives in Malaysia, where the Christian population is 9%. 9 fucking percent. Never talks about it. Literally makes a living pretending he lives in America. He's an American Asian. And I wish we didn't have to pay attention to him, but one of the most powerful men in the world, Elon Musk, continuously signal boost for him. Johnny on the spot, biggest fanboy, so we have to cover him, but it's also fake, just like every single thing conservatives do. It's a scam. And one more. So you guys remember when Kenneth Copeland was confronted by the lady from Inside Edition about his $45 million jet, and he was just the most evil you could possibly be, just like literally, just fucking evil come out of his eyeballs. Don't you dare say anything bad about me. Well, I guess recently he tried to explain the whole confrontation away, and holy shit, did not do a good job of it. If he was trying to make himself look less evil, failure. Thou's name is Kenneth Copeland. Let's have a look at this evil, creepy-ass bullshit.
So I said, yes. She walked over there and said, we are with Inside Edition. I said, glory to God. You mean to tell me I made Inside Edition? I mean, hey, this is one of my wife's favorite programs. Well, it used to be. I didn't lie. We just hadn't watched it in a long time.
Well, that's a lie, right?
You know what got her attention? My airplane.
Why are his, pupils so small? It's so creepy. It's like a living fucking lizard. It's just hard to believe anybody would give this man money. But they do. He's worth like $700 million in this trash universe.
Sound like anything familiar to you?
Yeah, we both got airplanes.
I had an opportunity right there on Inside Edition to talk about Abraham and his wealth, to talk about the curse of poverty.
Yeah, it was a good thing. I mean, sure, I was roundly mocked and ridiculed on the internet, everybody calling me a demon. Incredibly hurt me publicly, but it was actually a good thing somehow. Twist?
At all, and it just went out everywhere because I own a big airplane.
Yeah, it's actually a good thing that I'm a selfish piece of shit, that I siphon every dollar I can out of the gullible doofs who follow me in the exact opposition of the teachings of Christ. It's amazing, really.
Well, Brother Copeland, you own a $45 million airplane. Yeah, but you don't know what I paid for it.
I mean, God, so
Nowhere
evil.
near that.
Yeah, you paid.
But it's the same.
Okay, even if you only paid $20 million, that doesn't help you, motherfucker. Good God.
Airplane. And Gloria designed a new interior for it.
Oh, good.
Sonny boy. And a lot of you partners put us in it.
Uh-huh. A lot of you idiots.
But she didn't know that.
Yeah, she didn't know that. She didn't give a fuck. She only cared about the fact that you were a lying goddamn con man, lizard person who was nothing but pure fucking evil, and it's so depressing how successful televangelists are in this garbage universe. And all right, that's my quick, short and sweet, like me, baby, religious bullshit. What you gotta say? DSPs. Owes it all to the elders on fixed incomes. Yep, ABG, always be grifting. Insane Andy Griffith scares me. Aw, he does kind of look Andy Griffith, but I liked Andy Griffith. He was old school, cool. Didn't need no bullets to do some policing. Never murdered no black folks as far as I knew. Cool Andy Griffith. Looks like a small crowd. Yep, it does look like a small crowd. I guess they rich as fuck, though. Got plenty of money to buy $20 million airplanes. He's one of the creepiest dudes I know, right? It's just hard to believe you can be successful when you're that obviously evil. But hey, that's the world. His hands are so weird, like every part of him is weird. How can you just single out his hands for weirdness? It's a big menu as far as creepo goes. And move right along, folks. Let's do the trash world. What trash world? It's a trash world. A dumpster fire and it's hellish. It's trash world. A trash world. You know, everything sucks. All the time. It's trash world. People are messaging me this week saying, hey, Dusty, if you want the ratings to go up, stop singing. Don't sing anymore. And that really hurt my feelings, you know, because I'm such an amazing singer. How could you want me to stop? It's like music to your ears, right? It's not. Anyway, first off with Trash World, I would have put this in the Beyond Parody section. But the reason this doesn't go in the Beyond Parody section is because it's actually too depressing. Because they're going to make millions of dollars off this, no doubt. So, remember on the last show, we were making fun of conservatives for freaking out about Hershey's chocolate commercial, where they had a trans civil rights leader that they gave their own candy bar to. And Tim Pool was like, hey, we need to have our own conservative candy bars. Something to do with religion. That'll show them. That'll own the libs. Well, they did it, folks. From the same people that brought you anti-woke razors and made millions and millions and millions of dollars off anti-woke razors. They're Johnny on the spot to jump on any kind of controversy they can and just claim their product is anti-woke. Hey, we're anti-woke. So pay way too much money for our bullshit products and just basically hand us money for nothing simply because we say we're anti-woke, and it works. It absolutely works. These people are getting filthy, stinking rich off this. This is the Daily Wire, little bitty Shapiro's rag. And here is their commercial for anti-woke chocolate.
International Women's Day is upon us again. And I love an international woman. But our friends over at Hershey's, they don't even know what a woman is. They've hired a biological male to be the spokesperson for their Women's Day campaign. And they're calling that campaign, and I swear I'm not making this up, Her-She. Her-She. It's humiliating. And it's the reason that I'm launching Jeremy's chocolate. We have two kinds. She, her, and he, him. One of them's got nuts. If you need me to tell you which one it is, keep giving your money to Hershey's. But if you're tired of giving your money to woke corporations that hate you, and you're looking for a delicious chocolate bar from a company that actually wants your business, head over to IHateHershey's.com and order Jeremy's chocolate today. International.
So it's just too depressing to take this world seriously. You got this grinning ghoul over here, a guy who's trying to call for the eradication of trans people. We're going to cover that in the next section. But yep, this is a real thing, folks. $24.99. I guess that's for a 4-pack. clearly they don't have like a factory to make their own chocolate. So they're just rebranding other chocolate they get. They're probably melting it down and stamping it with a stamp and then putting their own cover on it and selling it for way, way, way more than you'd buy it from at the store for the exact same fucking product. But it'll work. Literally, it'll work. All they have to say is, anti-woke, we're anti-woke, and boom, millionaires driving their Lamborghinis around. So, yeah, that's the universe we live in, folks. This is what this world rewards. Trash. All trash all the way down. And speaking of trash, over in South Carolina, apparently they're trying to pass a bill to give women who have abortions the death penalty. Yeah, because why not? House Bill 3549 is an amendment to the South Carolina Prenatal Equal Protection Act of 2023 and would define person to include an unborn child at any stage of development. I hope what they do is the same thing they did in Florida, where pregnant women in prison file a lawsuit that you can't keep them in prison because their child, who is a fully formed person, a real human being, hasn't committed a crime, and that's false imprisonment if you do that. So, brilliant way to tackle this. Hopefully they'll do that. But yep, they're also talking about putting women in jail if they go to another state to get an abortion, since it's illegal in South Carolina. So here's the party of small government. They're going to track and trace everywhere you travel to, I guess, and keep track of who's pregnant and who's not. And if you return not pregnant, I guess you have to answer questions. You'll have to go before the Inquisition. They might put you to death. So super cool, America. Super cool, conservatives. They're definitely doing an amazing job of taking us back to the dark ages rapidly, fucking very rapidly. And it's sort of terrifying. And did you guys hear about this one? Apparently, they have a place they're calling Cop City in Atlanta, a $90 million police training facility. And there have been a lot of protesters out there who are like, hey, we don't want to spend $90 million so a bunch of meatheads can go out there and shoot up a range or whatever the fuck, can train to take our civil rights from us. So they've been protesting out there, and the protesters have been camping out in the woods around the place in order to protest. And so apparently the cops went out and murdered one of them. They claimed that the guy shot the cops first and one of the cops got hit, but they released the cops' body cameras footage, and you can hear the cops on the body camera footage saying, hey, we shot our own guy. Did you just shoot up our own guys? Or literally were admitting on the body camera that they did it. They were the ones that shot their own guys. But just believe them, folks. Just believe them. Now they're saying, no, he shot us first, and we're cops, so we're totally honest. We wouldn't lie. But the body cameras pretty much directly go against what they're saying. So, needless to say, there were a lot of social uprising against the murder of these protesters in the woods. Now, whether he actually shot back at the cops, I don't have any idea. All I know is that if a cop says something's true, I'm pretty much automatically inclined to disbelieve it. I think cops' testimony should be automatically thrown out of court unless there's like multiple people who also witness it or like body camera footage or something, because they're fucking liars. So anyway, there was some fire set out there. I'll show you here it is. Construction site burns, huge plumes of smoke and massive police response after Defend Atlanta Forest and Stop Cop City protesters face off with police at the site of Atlanta's future public safety. And yeah, they set a backhoe on fire. Big fucking whoop. Yeah, you murder somebody. Small price to pay to have a backhoe set on fire, really, right? I mean, obviously the ones who are the terrorists there are the fucking cops, but Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't waste any time calling for Antifa to be named a terrorist organization. No evidence this guy was even Antifa or these people are with Antifa. Of course, Antifa is not actually an organization. Anybody can just claim to be with Antifa, right? I mean, hopefully we're all Antifa, because Antifa really just means anti-fascist. If you're not a fascist, then by default you are Antifa. but it's not a real organization. Anybody can put on black. Anybody can wear the black box stuff and claim they're Antifa. It doesn't really mean anything. So basically what she's doing is she just wants to call anybody she doesn't like a terrorist and have the government label them a terrorist organization so they can crack down on us, put us in jail, kill us, steal our rights. Anyway, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene said on Sunday that she will be introducing a resolution to declare Antifa as a terrorist organization on Tuesday after blaming the group for a protest at a police training facility in Atlanta. Antifa are domestic terrorists. I think you mean the cops. And I'm introducing my resolution to officially declare them a terrorist organization on Tuesday. Good luck with all that. Greene's resolution would not be the first of its kind. Representative Lauren Boebert, Colorado, introduced a resolution in 2021 to designate Antifa a terrorist organization, but the resolution did not get any traction in the Democratic-controlled House. And obviously, it's not going to be signed by Joe Biden. It's just, smoke and mirrors, a dog and pony show. But hey, if they take the presidency, if they get back in power, don't be surprised if they actually pass shit like this. If they have their way, they'll put us all in fucking camps, folks. That's exactly what they want to do. They want to end the Democratic Party because they can't beat us at the polls. They want to strip our rights away. And if we try to fight back, kill us and put us in prison. That's what fascists have always done. And they're not slowing down on the fascist agenda. And speaking of the fascist agenda, good old super left-wing Jimmy Doorknob is back to spread transphobia. So obviously what you do when you're a super left-wing and you have a giant platform is to continuously invite right-wingers on the show. And it's odd. It's so odd that he just happens to agree with all these right-wingers. But in no way is he left-wing whatsoever. No, right-wing whatsoever. He's totally left-wing. Anyway, let's listen to this bullshit.
Certain people would consider us, we would be not the same politically, right? Well, how would you?
No. Everybody knows that you're the same politically. This is a right-wing shithead. You're a right-wing shithead. You pretend to be a left-wing shithead because it's part of your very transparent grift. But when you say certain people, nobody's buying that bullshit.
Not the same politically, right? Well, how would you describe yourself politically, David?
I stopped using the false dichotomy of liberal versus conservative, Democrat versus Republican. I'm going by...
The reason he's doing that is because you all know it's shameful to be a conservative. It's the exact same reason Elon Musk swears up and down he's not a conservative. Every single one of you doing this grift, try to pretend you're not conservative because inherently you know it's shameful. It's a bad thing. It's something you should be mocked and ridiculed for. So... I'm not conservative. I'm just red-pilled. Yeah, that means conservative, motherfucker. You're not fooling anybody. Good God. Have some integrity.
Republican. I'm going by red-pilled versus blue-pilled. The blue pill still think the government is good and does good, and the red pill knows that they systematically experiment on their own people, get people into wars, are corrupt liars, just like so many other people out there. I'm thoroughly red-pilled. And people can deduce from that what they will. But
yeah, you're a conservative. Deduced.
By no means do I support child-affirming care that involves the removal of genitalia from, distraught children. So,
okay. First off, you don't actually give a shit about that because almost every single boy in our society is circumcised, which, yes, is genital mutilation. There's no good reason to do that at all. And you have zero problem with it. Yes, it's important. Yes, it's cutting off a nice chunk of the penis. That is important, not to get gross. Lots of nerve endings in it. As someone who is still intact, I can tell you, I am very glad that I'm intact. It is very useful and very pleasurable to have your foreskin. So you don't actually give a shit about that. But also, besides that, him and Jimmy Dore are doing this bait and switch thing. They're trying to freak people out and make them think that little kids are being genitally mutilated in the name of transgenderism. But that's literally not happening at all. Okay? Now, it's possible that there are a very small number of maybe 15 and 16-year-olds who have like breast removal surgery. And I do think that there is a debate that could be had on whether this is a good thing or not. Whether, if there's not some serious medical reason to have your breast removed at 15 or 16, why you shouldn't need to wait till 18. There is a debate that could be had about that, but it's a very, very small number of people. But what they're trying to make you think is that it's actually very young kids that they're doing this to, but they're not. They're absolutely not doing this. And they're also trying to make you believe that a very, very large number of children at a very young age, like 3 and 4, are on puberty blockers, which is also stupid because the name suggests you wouldn't take puberty blockers before you go through puberty. So it's all completely fucking bullshit. But they're not going to tell you the truth about this because they just want to freak you out and spread the trans panic, which is what Jimmy Dore 100% is about now. He knows his audience is all right-wing shitheads, and he's pandering to them and playing right into this.
If that politically orients me, that's where I am. But red-pilled.
Well, I'm for that, but I'm against children being able to go to tanning beds until they're 16 because that's the law, and I think we should keep that. But we should let them do the other.
Right. You can't go tanning or buy
you can't even go tanning. But anyway,
no drinking, no tattoos because that's too permanent. But call something that is otherwise child genital mutilation. Call it gender affirming care. Give it a nice euphemism, and then you become a bigot for not supporting it.
Certain people, they're trying to equate the two things. Gender affirming care 99.999% of the time has nothing to do with surgery, genital mutilation, any of that. They're just trying to equate the two. So when somebody gets one, you automatically think of the other. Incredibly, incredibly dishonest. But that's Jimmy Dore in a nutshell. You know, that's what he does. Fucking shameless con man in this trash world. And last off on the trash world, yep. Another bird of the feather with Jimmy Dore. Watermelon head Gorka. How we stop the transgender mafia. Oh no, not the transgender mafia. Doesn't that exist? Isn't the transgender crowd so powerful? Don't they have like an organized crime syndicate? Don't they have lobbyists? Isn't there so much money behind pushing? There's not. It's a very small group of people who really have no power. There's literally 0 transgender people in Congress or have ever been president, and very few in positions of power. Yeah, they have no power whatsoever. It's just bullshit, but that's all they have, folks, in this trash world. Moral panic. Lies, damnable lies. And that is my trash world. What we got to say, DSPs? What the fuck? I know, right? Jimmy Dore is a liberal only with all the right-wing talking points. Yeah, such a liberal. He's to the left of me, y'all, somehow. Just don't think about it. Leftist Jimmy Dore. No, reborn foreskin. Yes, genital mutilation is a giant problem in this country, and none of them give a fuck about it. Not in any way whatsoever. Yeah, circumcision is usually completely pointless. Yes, it is. Very few people actually need it for medical reasons, and even then, they usually just need partial circumcision. Correct. Some people like to say, oh, it's clean or dusty. Bull fucking shit. No, it ain't. Unless you're just a dirty motherfucker, I guess. But if you're a dirty motherfucker, your dick gonna be dirty whether you're circumcised or not, okay? I've literally never had a single problem with my dick being dirty, okay? You just pull the foreskin down and you clean it. What the fuck? It ain't hard. Just stupid. It's all fucking stupid. It's all religious goddamn bullshit. JD is so annoying, yes, but he has a $2 million house in California because that's what this trash world rewards. And move right along, folks. Gonna play the theme because I love it so much. Usually do this later in the show, but let's do it early because why the fuck not? It's the Karens. It's clear you're just a mess. You should be caring less. It's obvious you're completely out of touch. 'Cause bitch, you're caring too much. Ding! Love the ding. So you guys remember the Pizza Karen? Was over at the Amy's Pizzeria. Here's a little reminder in case you've forgotten about her.
My grandmother. and my grandmother before that. So you can actually say 200 years. You want to have Spanish on your TV? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is you're not American, dude. I will look you the fuck up and get you the fuck out of our town. Okay? Fuck you. Give me my money back. I'm not giving my money to some illegal immigrant. I don't care. Then you got to. You're in America. You're supposed to learn English. You got Spanish. Well, then you got Spanish on your TV. That's a fuck you to Americans, dude. My fucking father was a World War II veteran. Okay.
Nobody gets shit.
His friends and family died. So you can sit here right now and make money. And you're gonna do this kind of shit. Give me my money back. Give me my money back right now. I want my money back, okay? You don't understand.
So anyway, Karen mad because they're playing a Spanish TV program, you know, in their own business, and I dare they do that. Well, yeah, she got charged with a hate crime. But don't worry, folks. She's definitely not racist. If you don't believe her, just ask her. She explains the whole thing. Scroll down. Since the incident, Ballou has told the Philadelphia Inquirer that she was preparing to accept the charges and she was profoundly sorry. Yeah, she's sorry she got caught. She's sorry it was on the internet. She's sorry that they made fun of her and didn't want to make excuses, but she's about to make a bunch of excuses. Bello told the outlet that she was having a tough week after she was being treated for breast cancer. I don't believe you. And her father was in and out of the hospital. Because, you know, when you take your father in and out of the hospital, it just makes you racist, y'all. Bello also told the Inquirer that she's not a racist. I disagree. Calling herself a conservative, get out. But not necessarily a Trump supporter. A translation, she's a Trump supporter. Adding that her connections to immigrants include grandparents who are from Ireland. Oh, from Ireland. Well, you can't possibly be racist if you had grandparents from Ireland. And her best friend, oh my God, her best friend is Puerto Rican. Never heard this one before, folks. She can't possibly be racist because she got a Puerto Rican friend. Checkmate! Checkmate, people who would dare judge her. Yeah, people from Puerto Rico are U.S. citizens and not immigrants. Yeah, actually, true if you want to be technical about it. Anyway, yeah, she going to jail probably for hate crime or whatever. I don't know, but here's the attention you wanted, Karen. Good luck with all that. I'm sure she's probably too old to have a job. She's probably retired or whatever, but whatever. Should pull her fucking Social Security money. Fuck that bitch. And then, last but not least, on the Karens. Apparently, this woman in Target, and she is angry, I say, because apparently the boy section is too feminine for her. It's part of the agenda of Target to trans her kid. Don't think about it. Let's just watch.
Ma'am, where's the boy section?
Right there. All
this
is right here.
This is the boy section?
Yeah.
Wow.
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 Is this the boy section too?
It's the boy section.
Yes.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's a shark.
Wow.
And a peace sign. Wow.
This is the boy section.
It's the little boy section,
hey,
right?
we got a boy shirt.
Yeah, it's all
Hold
boy
on.
shirts.
This is the boy section. We're in the boy section.
Okay, cool. Flowers.
Ma'am, is this? You gotta be kidding me. Is this the boy section too?
That is for boys.
That's cute.
Now, if this ain't pushing the agenda,
No, totally.
I don't know what is.
I don't know what is. It's
This is
dinosaur sick.
Target.
Sick,
do
I
better.
tell you. Do
Yes, we're
better.
at
I can't
Target.
believe you want to dress a boy in a color I don't approve of. Just sick, says the woman who literally goes to church every single week and probably takes her kids.
Look at this. So you can look like your sister.
Huh.
Isn't that something?
That's adorable. That's fucking literally adorable. Good goddamn. So, piss baby snowflakes, as always. That is what conservatives do. And that's my Karens. What we think about that. Are we incensed by the very cute boy clothes? I'm a man, but look good in pink. Hell yeah, I can fucking rock some pink. And like anybody who follows the show knows that until the early 1900s, pink was actually the boy color and blue was the girl color. And then capitalism, they switched it all up and they're like, hey, let's just switch it up and just tell the dumbass consumers that pink is the girl's color now and blue is the boy's color. They won't even remember that it used to be different. And yep, they did it and it worked and they're still doing it all these years later. Like colors have a fucking gender or something. Like colors have a sex. It don't even make no fucking sense. You're clearly just brainwashed with this stupid bullshit. Yet it's very effective to idiots. Stupid America. And yeah, what are we saying here? Spring Easter colors. I know, right? Not feeling it though. Not feeling those pastel Easter colors. Yep, I know. Spring is here again, but not if you're a Christian. Where are the skulls and death? I want to see crossbones and just Freddy Krueger and shit. Guns. Where are the guns at? I just want to see like bloody dead bodies everywhere on my little boy's clothing. Let's butch them up. God forbid they be sensitive in any way. You got to be kidding me. I wish I was, but I actually am not. And all right, move right along, folks. Making great time. Time is boom. It's only 45 minutes into the show. Keeping it going. Let's do some motherfucking Beyond Parody, shall we? Beyond Parody! Yep, and first off, on tonight's Beyond Parody, Dr. Jordan Peterson, no likey the deepfakes, y'all. And as always, can't be a Beyond Parody without Jordan Peterson. Somebody made a deepfake, a parody of him. Is exactly what it was. And he's like, oh, hell no, you don't make fun of me. Mr. Free Speech Warrior's like, if you make fun of me, jail for 10 years for all of y'all motherfuckers. So Jordan Peterson says, there is an AI deepfake of me making derogatory comments about the German government circulating. The voice is off, but it's otherwise moderately convincing. The production of such fake should be a crime with a mandatory 10-year sentence. This tech is dangerous beyond belief. I mean, I do agree it's sort of dangerous. You shouldn't go to jail for it, though. Like, unless you're just, like, copying somebody to try to steal their identity or something, then maybe then. Otherwise, it's just, like, parody, right? It's free speech, you know? If Elon Musk wasn't fucking up the whole blue check mark, then we would have a better system in place to have people tell us what's real and what's not real. But now we just live in a nebulous realm where you can't tell fact from fiction anymore. But that's sort of the way you guys want it, right? Let's just be honest, right? You don't want people to know what the truth is. You want to muddy these waters. And also we know that conservatives are going to use this nefariously way more than the left is. They're already doing it. So, me da think you protest too much. He goes on to say, the hypothetical savages who hypothetically thought that cameras might steal their souls turned out to be correct. No, they didn't turn out to be correct. He's talking about, I think this might be a wife, so I have no idea, but there's an old story about Native Americans, I believe it is, that were afraid of cameras because they believe if you took their picture, it would steal their soul. And in no way were they correct, Jordan Peterson. And this is not an example of that. You're just dumb and also authoritarian. In the most horrible way, believing somebody should get 10 years in prison for making a parody video about you? Where are you at, free speech absolutist? Crickets, that's where you're at. Full of shit in every possible way. And then, on Beyond Parody, folks, while you're watching this clip, keep in mind that Jim Jordan voted to reject the result of the 2020 election. As always, when it comes to conservatives, shamelessness is their superpower.
Maybe once just let we the people decide.
That's 4 elections in a row.
Just let us decide.
Yes, this from a party who has not won a popular vote in 40 years. Have had multiple presidencies, have not won a popular vote in 40 years. Every single election gets several percentage points less votes than Democrats, but still have the House and always have a very high percentage in Congress. Because of gerrymandering. because they cheat to win. They rule us by minority. Imagine saying this shit with a straight face. I'm just going to replay it from the beginning so we can soak the stupidity in.
Maybe once just let we the people decide.
That's 4 elections in a row.
Just let us decide who we want representing us in Congress, who we want as commander-in-chief. Let we the people. This is supposed to be a country of the people, by the people, for the people. Let we the people decide how we do things.
Great to see you, Congressman Jim.
Literally voted against certifying the votes. The people of America let their voices be heard. In great numbers voted for Joe Biden over Donald Trump. No proof of election interference whatsoever. No proof of fraud. Yeah, with a straight face going to say this shit because they don't care, folks. The truth has no bearing on anything they say. And keep it classy, Florida. You know, I ain't even mad at them. I'm sort of impressed a little bit for this one. I mean, it doesn't really look that good, but by damn, they went through a lot of trouble. They had the thought. They're like, hey, what kind of stupid, embarrassing, cringy bullshit do I want on the back of this cheap piece of shit truck? Hey, how about we make it look like Joe Biden is in stocks in the back of our truck? How do we do this? Oh, first off, they had to form these letters. They went through some trouble here, folks. They had to buy a cheap mask. Doesn't look good, but hey, they went through some effort. Got some ridiculous hands. Those hands don't look good. Could have done better. But anyway, C for effort. Almost impressed. Almost, but not quite. Still cringe. Still very cringe, conservatives. And then, loading up, slow as shit. Former Trump supporter and MAGA influencer publicly ditches Donald Trump and his MAGA followers turn on him. Who could have seen this coming? This has to be the leopards ate my face party. So this is Bill Mitchell. He says, why did I quit Trump? Number 1, DeSantis is simply a better candidate. Number 2, Trump has been driven mad by the steal in 2020. Yeah, let's keep pretending like that actually happened. It's not that Trump is exactly the same as he's always been. No, he's been driven crazy because they stole the election from him. Yeah, and no, they didn't. And now he is doing things he never did before. He's doing the exact same thing he's always fucking done, you lying piece of shit. Like blatantly lying. Oh, yeah, Trump never lied before. Did he? He did. He told, 30,000 lies in 4 years? The most lying motherfucker to ever hold the White House. The Trump of today is not the Trump I voted for in 2016 or 2020. He is. I haven't changed. Trump has, that's what they always say, to never take responsibility for what they've done. I didn't change. You guys changed. No, he's exactly the same as he was. Goes on to say, and then, of course, he got shit on. Can't talk about Daddy Trump. Oh, hell no. The cult will flay you alive for that. So then he took a bunch of shit. Obviously, from Trump supporters who were following him, and so he got all butthurt, got out there and said, when did MAGA become so hateful? I've never had so many low-life, uneducated, illiterate, uninformed comments in my feed in my life. So literally what Trump supporters are. They are all low-life, uneducated, illiterate, uninformed. That is the party of MAGA, always has been. In my feed of my life, as I now have from some of the people claiming to be MAGA. Claiming. Yeah, no, these are who they are. This is who they've always been, dude. This is who you are, in fact. I swear they must be leftists pretending to be MAGA. MAGA was never this vile. Heavy sigh. Yes, it was, dude. MAGA was always that vile. It still is that vile. You are that vile. You're just trying to jump ship. Because now it's more obvious than ever how embarrassing it is. You're going to try to pretend like it wasn't always like this, but it always was. You're full of shit. And of course, they can never take responsibility for anything. Just like January 6th, it has to be the leftist. It has to be Antifa. But no, it's not. It is just the shitheads you've always supported. And now you're feeling the wrath. Lay down with dogs, you get fleas, motherfuckers. You get what you fucking deserve. And last up, on Beyond Parody. Did you guys see this one? So, what state is this in? Missouri. Representative Phil Cristofanelli criticizes fellow GOP Representative Ann Kelly's anti-LGBT school bill. So she wrote this bill that basically says you cannot mention in any way anybody's sexuality. So if a gay person is married to another gay person, you can't mention the marriage, period. But that same rule should also apply if they're being even-handed to straight couples. So if you can't mention anybody's sexual orientation in any way, then you also shouldn't be able to mention somebody married to somebody in a straight relationship. Unless you admit that it's only supposed to apply to gay people, which they can't do because it's against the law. So there's a conundrum. Suddenly, because of this bill, you can't mention a spouse of a famous person, period, in a history class without running afoul of the law. So this guy's a conservative. And even he is calling out this other woman who is a conservative who wrote this bill. And here's her ridiculous beyond parody response.
I'm just going to read you the language in your bill. No classroom instruction by school personnel or third parties relating to sexual orientation or gender identity shall occur. Lady, you mentioned George Washington. Who is Martha Washington?
His wife.
Under your bill, how could you mention that in a classroom?
So to me, that's not sexual orientation.
Really? So it's only really certain sexual orientations that you want prohibited from introduction in the classroom.
Do you have language to make that better, to make it where you're not talking?
Lady, I didn't introduce your bill.
Okay.
And I didn't write it. You wrote it, and so I'm asking what it means. Which sexual orientations do you believe should be prohibited from Missouri classrooms?
We all have a moral compass. And my moral compass is compared with the Bible.
Lady, I believe during your testimony, you said that you didn't want teachers' personal beliefs entering the classroom, but it seemed a lot like your personal belief. You would like to enter all Missouri classrooms.
You can believe something without putting that onto somebody by the way you behave. And you can have beliefs and morals and values that guide you through life.
I don't dispute that, but I'm asking about the language of your bill and how it would permit the mention of the historical figure Martha Washington. Could you explain that to me?
So why is she famous? Is she famous because she's married to George Washington?
It seems like that would be a relevant fact in her biography, yes. Could it be mentioned under the plain reading language of your bill? Is that a no?
I don't know, sir.
I don't know. Yeah, well, should you know before you pass a bill like that? Oh, of course not. Who gives a shit? Can literally see her brain freeze, does not compute, don't know what to say, just good God. Conservatives, I would say they're not sending their best, but this is probably the best they got. Not amazing conservatives, but good luck, Missouri. You elected them, and as always, you get what you fucking deserve. And all right, let's see what you dirty, sexy poors had to say. Folks, get in your super chats. Please support the show on the super chats. Do it to it. You know y'all want to help out the show. I would appreciate it. Hit the like button. Do it all. You know what's up. She's never been that deep before. I know, right? No one's ever questioned her with simple childlike questions. So blew her fucking mind. Oh my God, this is hilarious. Yes, I agree. Pretty amazing. Of course, it's all about the Bible. Yep. I don't think people should be bringing their biases into the classroom and their opinions. I think they should bring my biases and opinions into the classroom. Yeah, no shit. Do as I say, not as I do. Do as I do, not as it, whatever. Who is the man questioning this genius? Just like another chud. I'm sure he's also probably a giant fucking piece of shit, but he better than her, so I'll give him kudos for that. Her brain is smooth like a bowling ball. Hell yeah. Enjoy the smoke coming out of her ears as she tries to justify her nonsense. I know, right? That was a thing of beauty. And all right, moving along. Time for some heroes. Hell yeah. Need a little good news today. Let's do the fucking heroes.
We could be heroes just for one day.
Hell yeah, we can. Maybe we'll be heroes for 2 days. See if we can pull that off. And first off, county punk band The Vandaliers play Tennessee concert in dresses to protest state's new drag ban. And this is going to be happening a lot, I have a feeling. Since they're literally banning any performers from performing in public dressed in women's clothing, there are going to be a lot of heterosexual people protesting in this way. This is exactly how it should be done because this is against the law. And they have to prosecute these guys just like they would do any other drag performers if they're being fair-minded. If they're being even-handed with the law, they have to. They have no choice. So amazing way to protest this. They're not going to be arresting all these people. It's going to become obvious that they're only arresting gay people. So it's going to be a nightmare in the courts for them when heroes like this stand up. So I don't know anything about this band, but kudos to you, good sirs. Please, more of this. And then, on the heroes. Joe Biden, not taking it anymore. Speaking out against conservative bullshit. They like to run up the debt and then bitch about it when they're no longer in power. Dark Brandon says nearly 25% of the entire national debt that took 200 years to accumulate was added by the last administration. Meanwhile, we cut the deficit by over $1.7 trillion in 2 years. I'm not going to sit and be lectured by MAGA Republicans in Congress about fiscal responsibility. And hell yeah, you get them, Brandon. And I saw this posted on Twitter. And of course, Elon Musk's Twitter, they had their little notes to counter it. And they did rightfully say, though, like 54% of the increase in national debt under Trump was because of the COVID bills where they gave money to people. And it was sort of bipartisan. Now, that is true, but it didn't happen under Trump. He had no problem signing his name to those checks and raising the debt. And also the 1.7 trillion cut, a lot of that came because those COVID measures had expired under Biden. So while that is true, it is also true that Donald Trump had no problem skyrocketing the national debt. And if you look at charts, it happens every single time under Republicans. Every time they're in office, the national debt shoots way up and usually drops significantly under a Democratic president. So this is just their playbook every single time. They spend like drunken sailors, just fucking spend every dime they can get because they want to buy votes. And then when they're no longer in power, they bitch about the national debt, but they don't actually care anything about it. They're just shameless liars. That's all they are. That's all they've ever been. Same as it ever was. And one more on the heroes, folks. Pedro Pascal, one of the most likable people on the fucking planet. Who does not love Pedro? Kind of looks like me a little bit. If I dyed my hair, I got a little Pedro going for me. Don't lie, motherfuckers. You know I do. Anyway, love me some Pedro. Last episode of The Last of Us was like up 74% from the debut, going good. Anyway, Pedro's like, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Hell yeah, Trans Roads. Pedro's with it. Gotta fucking love Pedro. Always on the right side of it. He like the new Tom Hanks. So likable, that Pedro. And all right, that's my quick hero section. What you guys gotta say? Mando, I still haven't watched the season premiere of Mando yet. I have it, but I keep forgetting to watch it. We need more monetary help. A true story. I wish we were funded as well as the conservatives are, but there's no way that could ever happen because conservatism is all about making sure the rich siphon as much money out of the economy as they possibly can. All the money goes to the top 1%, and then they use their billions to brainwash the populace into voting against their own best interest. And since the left really doesn't have many people like that, you know, George Soros, maybe if you want to even count him, we just can't compete with the avalanche of money the right has. So it's pretty shitty, to be honest. Trump was one-term president and somehow set the record for a deficit. Amazing, but par for the course when it comes to conservatives. Thank you, Mr. Edison. I'm on Patreon. Hell yeah, you should all be on Patreon because we're going to play the Jesus Game tonight, and you're not going to want to miss that. Pedro, vote for Pedro. I would. Was he born in this country? I'm sorry, I don't know enough about him. Can't run for president if you're not born in the country. But fuck it, I'll vote for him anyway. What are they going to do? Put me in jail? Last of Us is amazing. Great show. I love all the lesbianism. True Dusty, I love him in his first intro in Game of Thrones. Hell yeah. Too cocky, though. And it cost him. And also he was good in Narcos. Good at everything. He's just a great actor. Real likable guy. April S. Hero. Hell yeah. April is a hero. One of the beautiful, beautiful heroes of the Cult of Dusty. And, all right, let's move right along, folks. What's up next? Oh, we're going to do a little section that I like to call brand new for all of y'all. It's the woke panic. And first off, on tonight's woke panic. Ooh, I got a head rush from doing that. God damn it. Yep, the whitey piss baby's back at it again. Elijah Schaffer, who somehow has 589,000 followers on Twitter, because of course he does, is incredibly freaked out over colors? Oh no, not colors. There's colors on this tape. The world is ending. Fuck all this. He is like, stop exaggerating. Trans issues aren't that big a deal. He's being sarcastic, of course. Nobody is forcing anything on you or your family. It's not like we are openly shipping trans flags to your doorstep. Dude, it's fucking tape. Good God, what is wrong with you people? Just amazing that they've been calling us snowflakes for years. You guys were the snowflakes the whole fucking time. If fucking colors on tape upsets you that bad, how do you even fucking leave the house? What happens when the sun shines through rain? I bet you shit your underoos, man. Got 47,000 likes for freaking out over colored tape, y'all. Because this is the world we are currently living in. This is the shit they think is a big deal. Just absolutely ridiculous. And then, prepare for this to be the new outrage for conservative influencers this week, folks. You guys know the song Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Remember that shit? Well, anyway, I didn't know this, but apparently it's from an incredibly racist movie called A Song of the South, which is an Uncle Remus movie. Yeah, you know, Uncle Remus, he was the character that was like in the South and was all happy all the time. A lot of people thought it was to lessen the outrage towards both slavery and the plight of Southern blacks after the Civil War. Whole movie was about him basically working on a plantation, walking around and singing all day about how amazing it was. I didn't know it was from that movie anyway. But you're going to hear a lot about this because it's not like leftists, as far as I knew, or in any large amounts, had a problem with this. Most leftists were just like me. They didn't even know anything about this song being part of a racist movie. But because Disney is an ultra-capitalist corporation, they always want to head off controversy before it gets started. So they implemented this song in one of their parades, and they decided to remove the song because it's from a racist movie, and they didn't want to take the flack from it. And also, they're probably doing this on purpose because they know it's going to get them free advertising and stuff from the outrage of them removing this song. So, yep, no more zippity doo dah in the Disney parade. And God damn it, think of the children. They won't know about the racist black guy running around the Deep South shortly after the Civil War, talking about how amazing his life is. Can't wait for that. More woke panic, folks. And then, on woke, somebody finally asked them, folks, what is the definition of woke? Some badass reporter went to CPAC and asked all the old boomers, can you define woke? And their answers are exactly what you would expect them to be. When they say woke, what it means is anything they don't like. It's a nebulous term that can be applied to anything in order to eliminate anybody and anything they disagree with. Let me read this article. The fact is that conservatives don't like the concept of woke these days. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, the potential Republican presidential candidate, has repeatedly said that his state is where woke goes to die. Former President Donald Trump has talked about generals being too woke. Mr. DeSantis did not attend the Conservative Political Action Conference just outside Washington last week, but plenty of others focused on wokeness. Presidential hopeful Nikki Haley said that I'm running for president to renew an America that's proud and strong, not weak and woke. Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama held a talk on the first full day of the conference entitled Sacking the Woke Playbook. Today, they are being indoctrinated with all this woke transgender athlete CRT 1619. Anyway, let's scrap down. Black Americans largely adopted the term woke going back as late as the 1940s as a phrase meant to be aware of racism around them and became a staple of African American vernacular English, AAVE, but plenty of activists at CPAC had a different definition. Marlene Laska, a conservative activist from Pennsylvania who attended the conference, has a broad definition of what woke meant. Let's see what she says it is. That's a loaded question, she said. It's not. It's actually a very straightforward and direct question. If you're going to use the term woke all the time as a scaremonger technique, you should have a definition that makes sense, ready to go when anybody asks you, right? She goes on to say, it covers so many things. It's incorporated all the stupidity that is going on with the country. So basically anything she thinks stupid is woke. It doesn't mean anything. She specifically cited environmental and social governance investing practices. What does the environment have to do with it? The children and in the schools are trying to make the transgender, and it came to so many things. It's just like the Miss Teen USA contestant. They don't have enough flags, such as in the Iraq, the children's aren't even given flags, and such as whatnot. Remember that? Literally just word salad nonsense. They're dim bulbs, brains barely functioning. Let me read that to you again. This is our definition of woke. The children and in the schools and trying to make the transgender, and it came to so many things, which is wrong in this country, she told The Independent, also criticizing including rainbow pride flags in classrooms. To me, the word woke is the antithesis of everything that America was founded on. Marie Rogerson, an executive director of program development at Moms for Liberty based in Florida, told The Independent. It's anything for me that is anti-American, anti-common sense, anti-really in the sense of education, what education was meant to do. So it's just whatever I want it to be. It doesn't mean anything. It's just catchphrase, buzzword that I can apply to anything I don't like. Ms. Rogerson said Mr. DeSantis' war on the concept of woke was necessary to help the state thrive. She went on to say, killing woke means it's like a garden. You're getting rid of the weeds so that the things you actually want to grow can, she said. In the instance of Florida, he's talking about industry and our economics and our education. And all those things that we want to thrive can actually thrive because we've choked the weed. So it's just a label you put on your political enemies, regardless of what they're saying, what they believe, in order to oppress them, ignore them, shut them down. Ms. Rogerson said people did not need to use the word woke to discuss racism. Well, you don't need to, but you can. I think there's a better way to say it, she said. Racism exists. I don't think it's, depending on the area and what we're talking about, it could be a major problem. It could be a minor problem. I don't think it's necessary to say stay woke to be concerned about any racism that exists in America. Woke means more than just racism. I mean, it originally just meant aware of social injustice racially, but it could mean more than that. So the word woke is, they're using it wrong. How the fuck do you know? Who are you to say that black folks are using a word that they coined incorrectly? To be woke is when you recognize that maybe what you was doing was wrong. Yeah, woke is just anything we don't like, anything we think is wrong. And Angelo Veltri, Northeast Regional Director for Young Americans for Liberty, had a similarly vague description for what the word meant. Woke to me means that you are basing your reality off of fiction and your feelings rather than actual facts. Well, in that case, I guess religion is woke. He told The Independent, woke is more of the sense of like, if you feel a certain way, then you must be true. And they typically adhere to their truths rather than the truth as a whole. And it's leading towards this woke postmodernism in a sense. Woke communism, where they're trying to take over based on people's feelings rather than actual factual evidence. Once again, you're talking about religion, but like I said, a buzzword that means absolutely nothing. Definitely wasn't shocked in any way when I read this article, but I'm glad they finally asked them. And I wish they would ask every single one of them this question continuously. And I agree with hero Walter Masterson. Woke just means straight white people aren't the center of attention. And here's exactly how conservative politicians are using it, folks. To shut down, disenfranchise, oppress anybody they want to with this vague, nebulous bullshit.
We have gotten rid of the horrific omnibus bills. We have to make sure that we are undoing everything the left has done legislatively to destroy our country. Every diversity, equity, and inclusion program, every ESG rule, every woke initiative in our military must be uprooted and completely defunded.
Yay! Fuck equality! Fuck equity! Let's just revert it to like it was when we had Jim Crow laws. No more civil rights movement for black folks. Let's undo all of that because it's woke. Super cool, conservatives. Racist as always. And that is my woke section. What you got to say, dirty sexies? Nails down the chalkboard. I agree. I was going to play a clip of Russell Brand because he went viral this week, and his voice and his whole character that he plays is so annoying to me, I couldn't even bring myself to play it. What gobbledygook, agreed. Nonsense. Nice, Dusty. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Are you woke or asleep? Semi. Let's go back to 1940. No, wasn't it so great back then? It wasn't. Playboy win. Yuck. Do they even do new Playboys anymore? The internet exists. I don't know why Playboy would still exist. I guess people read it for the articles? Probably. And all right, moving along, folks. Last chance to get in your super chats before we do the halftime reading. So please support the show on the super chats. But first, let's do some what the fuck. What the fuck? Hell yeah. And first off, on tonight's what the fuck. Holy shit, did you guys see this one? Talking about butt puckering. So apparently these two gentlemen were doing a live stream, and right on the air, this happened.
It got so quiet in here. How did I?
Oh shit! Yeah. What? Did that just happen? Damn, that's gonna be good for ratings. Yeah, that seems bad. Got lucky. Very lucky. What the fuck? Are y'all okay? No, I'm not okay. I just get hit by a fucking truck.
I think we're fine. I think we got all the audio
Okay,
on there.
I guess he is okay then. He's like, that's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I'm definitely going fucking viral. Definitely going viral. I love this this black guy just walking up, looking around like, what the fuck is you doing? Driving poorly. That is what they're doing. And then on Oh What the Fuck. You guys know who Patrick Mahomes is? Mahomes? I don't know how you pronounce this. Apparently he's a football player, which is why I don't know who the fuck it is. I don't watch that boring bullshit. But anyway, Patrick Mahomes is a person that exists in the universe who plays a sport, apparently. Looks like he plays for the Chiefs in Kansas City. I recognize that jersey. Anyway, don't give a shit. So he has a dipshit brother. This fellow, young guy, like in his 20s. And apparently he was at a restaurant and he just grabs the 40-year-old owner of the restaurant and starts kissing her right in front of her husband. Seems weird. Let's watch. So here they are, just grabs him by the throat and starts kissing against her will. She's trying to push him away. She's trying to play it off and take his hand away. Grabs him by the throat, and guess her husband was just standing there, letting it happen. She's trying to wipe it off, wondering what the fuck's happening. And then, like, he comes back for seconds. Just grab her by the throat again, and she's like, what the my husband is right there. She's trying to be nice about it, but she pushed him away. And so, yeah, apparently he got arrested for that. Patrick Mahomes' little brother Jackson is in the crosshairs of a criminal investigation in Kansas for allegedly sexual assault, which appears to have been caught on tape. According to the Kansas City Star, police are looking into claims made by a restaurant owner in the area as well as one of her waiters, who are alleging Jackson both sexually assaulted and physically assaulted them last weekend at the Aspen Restaurant and Lounge. The owner, 40-year-old Aspen Vaughn, provided KCS and cops with surveillance footage she says was captured last Saturday. When this alleged assault happened, in the clip, you can see a man whom she says is Jackson wrap her up in his arms and forcibly kiss her. So, yep, he's a joke. Conservatives, what the fuck, pig? Yep, not what you want. Hey, maybe you shouldn't grab women you don't like or you don't know by the throat and kiss them like that. Good luck in jail, dude. What a douche. But he's probably so privileged he's used to getting his way. He's used to getting away with shit like that. So, catching up with you. Let's all learn from this shithead's mistake. And then, oh no, what the fuck? Utsava, the QAnon psychic, is back, folks. Let's see what incredibly sane shit she has to say this week.
Weeks ago about the spyware from the food chain. Turns out that shortly after they were issuing a statement from Homeland Security that there is security breaches. Okay? Yeah. Now we know where it comes from. Somebody, some government employee could be eating a pizza or a sandwich somewhere and get that spyware in them, and then they can get their password, see what they're seeing. Weeks ago about the spyware.
That's right, folks. You can just be eating a pizza and you can get spyware, I guess, because we're basically robots or computers or something. Don't think about it. And then once you get the spyware in you, it can see your email passwords and just whatever you're looking at. The spyware sees it. I guess you just transmit it over 5Gs. Gotta be true, because just look at her, folks. She definitely has her finger on the pulse of reality. I think we can all agree on that. All right, folks, that is my very short what the fuck section. I told you, motherfuckers, it was a slow news weekend. We still making good time. All right. Pizza Rat did it. Fucking Pizza Rat. Pizza's always up to some very nefarious shit. Pizzagate, now this. So disappointed in you, Pizza. Kick him up the undercarriage. She should have. punch him in the sack, see what the fuck happens. And all right, let's read the super chats. Hell yeah. Starting us out is Crash. Give me $5. What up, Crash? Good to see you tonight. M. Maximus. Light this candle. Been a fan since at least 2012, 2013. Hell yeah, a decade with me. You one of the good ones. Thank you, hero. Catalina Gearbox. That pastor looked like Pugsley Adams. Did look like Pugsley Adams. And that's not a compliment. Polly Pockets, $10. Sick penguin tonight, so I might fade out early. Get the kitty some love. Hell yeah. Hope you feel better, Polly Pockets. M. Maximus says early sex and preventive use. So many victims never knew until afterward. Oh, early sex ed. Yes. Need to educate these kids. Not only helps preventive use, but also helps prevent unwanted pregnancies and lowers abortion. You would think conservatives would be for it, but they never make any sense. Darian Meza, $20. Very generous. What's up, Darian? Oral Dusty, I'm enjoying the show live and on tape. Vamos a Memphis Loco. Beans and disease to you too, Darian. I love you, man. Thank you. Ben Davis, $10. Hey, Dusty. Hey, Ben Davis. How you doing? Jason Willoughby, $4.99. Why are they selling chocolate with organic ingredients? Sounds woke to me. Are they? Psh, I'm not buying it now. I was going to buy it, but now I'm not going to, just for that. Seth LeBron, second thought, it did a great video on Antifa. All right, I'll have to check that out. Thanks for the recommendation. Great Big Rants, $5. Red pilled, a term coined by a set of trans sisters. Irony, anyone? Hell yeah. The Wachowski sisters, famous for The Matrix. They do not like the fact that a bunch of chuds took their reference and twisted it around, and I don't blame them. Cole James, $3. What up, Cole? How you doing tonight? Very generous, appreciate you. And Blood Moon, welcome to Dust Buddies. Hey, you guys can also become Dust Buddies. It's $2.99 a month. You can get customized emojis to spam the chat with. It's amazing. All the cool kids are doing it. So peer pressure, join the Dust Buddies. Coctopus Pro, what up, Coctopus? Hell yeah, Coctopus, one of the first people I ever subscribed to on the YouTubes. Has amazing Fox News coverage. Coctopus Prime. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Glad you're still going. Us OGs are a dying breed. Yeah, hell yeah. Coctopus, an OG like Dusty is. One of the originals. I'm honored to have you with us tonight, Coctopus. Good to see you. And April S., fuck yeah, with her socialism. Gifted 5 Cult of Dusty memberships. Some of you lucky motherfuckers out there. April, always amazing. Thank you. Love you, Dusty. Hey, love you, Danny Johnny. I appreciate you. Your clip game was strong today. Yeah, I got up and I said, hey, I'm going to clip some motherfucking shit out. I did 3 clips for you guys today. I got busy this morning and then I worked on the show. Been working all day. I decided to do the show tonight a little bit more laid back. I'm not using my circus voice as much on this show. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not. I don't know if you guys prefer this or not. Usually I prefer to do the circus voice because, I don't know, it feels more entertaining to me. Feels like the show's moving more and it's more jokey and what. But it does seem like, I guess, slightly less real than what I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now is more kind of my normal voice and how I normally talk. I usually don't use that circus voice, in real life. So, I don't know. I'm trying something out. We'll see how it goes. You guys let me know what you think in the chat. I go back after every show and I read all the chats. So, be sure to let me fucking know. Cubert Lover 1972. Hey, Dusty, still paying credit cards. Man, your credit card bill must be high, Cubert Lover. But thank you. Urban Miles, $5. I'm willing to bet she didn't even write the bill she introduced. Like they're being used all over the country to introduce stupidity. Probably. Had a ghostwriter for it. She's just a cog in the machine. And Mr. Anderson, get to 5 Cult of Dusty memberships. Hell fucking yeah. You guys are amazing. I got to get the new emojicons out just for you heroes. The more memberships you get, the more emojicons you can put out there. And I need to get on that and do that because you guys have gifted so many. And I appreciate you. Weird Thoughts, thanks for supporting us, Rainbow Mafia people. Hey, it's so easy to do. It takes so much less energy just to be a decent human being than it does to be a fucking asshole. So, like, I would do it anyway, even if it was more energy. But it's so easy to be cool. So, no problem. The Funk Lord, $50. Hey, very, very generous Funk Lord. Gonna take you so seriously right now. Happy to support the greatest show on the internet. Can we get a trans rights? Trans rights! Hell yeah. And everybody who gets a Dust Buddy memberships gets a cool trans rights power icon after their name, which is worth the price of admission alone. Thank you, Frunk Lord. Very generous. And speaking of generosity, April S. Amazing and sexy. As always, one of the best people to ever exist, April S. Here's some socialism and joy. I do enjoy it. Thank you for the links you sent me on Twitter. All kinds of fuckery going on in Mississippi. Appreciate you keeping me in the loop on it. Seth LeBron, $2. Russell Brand is like Coltrane, better on drugs. No. There's no amount of drugs that's going to make Russell Brand good. Just annoying to the nth degree. And Yarb, get the 5 subs. What? All of you guys are so amazing. Eventually, everybody who watches the show is going to have a sub. And that's the way it should be. Socialism for everybody. You guys rock. And one more, Joe Burley, $4.99. Highly recommended the interview with Bo Brink on the Conspirituality podcast, episode 143, Trends, Reality, Trends, Possibility. All right. Thank you for the recommendation. Everybody check that out. I have not heard of that podcast, but I will check it out. And I appreciate everybody who donated. Still got a chance to get your super chats and have it read by me, the greatest host in history. Gonna read all the rest of them at the end of the show. And also, folks, be sure to go become a patron if you haven't already done so. You can donate whatever you want to. It's up to you, whatever you can afford, and get access to all my after parties, including tonight, episode 206, the after party, exclusive content for my patrons coming at you. And we're going to play the Amazing Jesus game. Should be fun. I have not even loaded up yet. We're going to see what the fuck happens. But for now, still got plenty of show left. Let's do the Chud Watch. Yeah, we do. Let's make fun of some chuds, folks. And Ted Cruz starting us off by saying the Republican Party is the party of soldiers. A lot of soldiers disagreed. It is the party of some soldiers, but a lot of you voted against Trump. You're not that popular. Sailors, nurses, construction workers. I mean, some, yes, and some are not. It's not like everybody who is in these occupations is a conservative. And people who go to work and pay their taxes. I pay my taxes. Most left-wing people pay their taxes. In fact, this is so ridiculous because you nut ride Trump more than anybody ever has, and this dude does not pay his taxes. In fact, conservatives are way more likely to cheat on their taxes or not pay them than the left is. So once again, just complete fucking nonsense. Raise their children. Oh yeah, us lefties, not me of course, I don't have any children, but don't lefties who have children not raise their children, I guess. I don't know. And just want to live in safe communities. That's right, all us lefties, we just want to live in a hellscape. Violence everywhere. That's what we want with our unraised children while we don't pay our taxes. That seems about right. God damn it. And more highlights or lowlights, I might say, from CPAC this weekend. CPAC is that conservative convention they have about every 3 weeks. And Trump spoke, I guess, yesterday. And it's just getting weird, folks. It's getting super fucking weird. So this is the crew that hates socialism, supposedly. Yet Trump wants to give bonuses to anybody who have babies. So people like me have to pay for it. I'm already paying for schools that I don't have kids to go to, which I don't mind doing. Like, that's part of the social contract, right? But this is the antithesis of what they claim they're for. Yet they want all of us to pay for other people's kids. They don't want us to pay for student loans, but we should pay for a new baby boom. But it's even creepier than that, folks. Let me play for you what he says, and then I'll translate it.
Challenge the governors of all 50 states, to join me in a great beautification campaign. We will rename our schools and boulevards, not after communists, but after great American patriots. So, Confederate soldiers?
And free gold coin, folks. Don't you want to get your free gold coin? Hey, BG. Like, always encrypted, folks. I almost respect it. I don't, but almost.
We will get rid of bad and ugly buildings and return to the magnificent classical style of Western civilization.
Finally, a president's going to tackle the important issues like ugly buildings. Yeah, hey, 40,000 Americans are dying from lack of health care every year. We have some of the lowest life expectancy in the modern world. Wealth inequality is largest it's ever fucking been. He focused on ugly buildings, folks. Because, of course, he is. God damn it. Is this real life right now?
We will support baby boomers, and we will support baby bonuses for a new baby boom. How does that sound? That sounds pretty. I want a baby boom. Oh, you men are so lucky out there. You're so lucky. You are so lucky, men.
Yeah, you're so lucky, man. You're so lucky because we are going to pay women to fuck you. That's literally what he's saying here. We're going to give you bonuses for having kids, which will make women want to fuck you more. We're going to pay your wife to fuck you. You fucking fat, doughy losers are so unattractive, are so unsexy. We literally have to pay women to fuck you. Aren't you lucky? You're so lucky out there, man. Just good God. How is this real? And then, folks, at least he's being honest. This is one of the few times Trump is being honest here. He's outright telling conservatives, hey, I know that you're full of hatred. I know you want to hurt people. I know that's actually what our entire party is about. It's about owning people, about spreading misery. I'm with you. And all those people you hate, all those people you won't hurt, I will hurt them for you. I will be your weapon. I will be your instrument of fear and terror. I will hurt them for you. Don't believe me? Here he is in his own words.
In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today I add, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution. Not gonna
Yeah, I am your retribution. We're going to hurt people. I know you people are so miserable. I know your lives didn't turn out the way you wanted them to, and you have a low self-esteem, a lot of self-doubt. You actually hate the person you are, and that hatred makes you hate others. Makes you want to lash out at them. Makes you want to make them feel the same pain that you feel inside. And I will give that to you. I will hurt them for you. I will hurt them. It's exactly what he's fucking saying. And scarily, it is a resounding message for many conservatives because this is literally what they're all about. Just pure fucking vile evil. And speaking of which, no greater illustration of this than Ben Shapiro employee Michael Knowles, who was asked to speak at CPAC. And to rounding applause, declared they are going to try to eradicate transgenderism.
There can be no middle way in dealing with transgenderism. It is all or nothing. If transgenderism is true, if men really can become women, then it's true for everybody of all ages. If transgenderism is false, as it is, if men really can't become women, as they cannot, then it's false for everybody too. And if it's false, then we should not indulge it, especially since that indulgence requires taking away the rights and customs of so many people. If it is false, then for the good of society, and especially for the good of the poor people who have fallen prey to this confusion, transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely. The whole preposterous ideology at every level.
Yep. This is the main conservative conference for the Republican Party. And they're just outright saying it. Here's the small government people. I guess they're going to go around and do genital inspections. This is fascism at its finest, folks. No more transgender people. Now, I do realize he's not saying he wants to kill transgender people. He's trying to say he wants to forbid them for being who they are. Legally, and you have to do it. I mean, if you're talking about making it illegal, you would have to lock people up. They do it, right? People who go in public and say transgenderism is fine, it's okay. Anybody who expresses their identity any way they want to, you would have to lock them up for that, right? This is exactly the same kind of rhetoric they said about gay people. And how would you get rid of that? Well, the same way they do in a lot of Muslim countries, right? Morality police running around arresting people, imprisoning you, and yes, killing you. People will die from this. So he's trying to soften the outrage by saying, hey, I'm not actually calling for the death of trans people. I'm just calling for making it illegal for them to do this thing that I don't want them to do. That's still fucking horrible, dude. That's about as bad as it fucking gets, about as authoritarian as it gets, about as evil as it gets, and also about as big government as it gets. And yet a rounding applause from Republicans, because this is who they fucking are. Then after he said this, there was a bit of controversy. Rolling Stone magazine put out the headline, Michael Knowles says transgender community must be eradicated at CPAC. At CPAC, a call for trans people to be eradicated gets big cheers. Of course, he immediately threatened to sue them for accurately quoting him, because this is what the free speech warriors always do. Threaten anybody that tells the truth about them. Alyssa Cordova says, we are demanding full retractions and apologies from the Daily Beast, Huffington Post, and Rolling Stones for their false and libelous claims about Michael J.K. Knowles, and have referred all of these to General Counsel. Yeah, we're going to sue you for saying shit we don't like. And Rolling Stone actually caved and changed the title of their article, because of course they did, these cowards. Michael Knowles, the Daily Wire, says at CPAC that transgenderism should be eradicated to thunderous applause. True. That's exactly what he said. But of course, don't quote me or I'll sue you. And here he was after the controversy, folks. And this just goes to further illustrate my point that I've said over and over again. That to CHUDs, it's always 2015, 2016. They live in a bubble, a time warp where 2015, 2016 was the greatest period of humanity. It was the time where anti-SJWs ruled, where nobody could say anything even slightly progressive without every YouTube channel shitting on them, bullying them, canceling them, and forcing them into hiding. And this is the time he wants to go back to, folks. Don't believe me? Here he is.
So the question then becomes, the more honest liberals have said, okay, well, what does it mean then to eradicate transgenderism from public life? And it's a good question. I'm glad people are talking about that. That was the point of my speech. What would it mean to eradicate the preposterous ideology of transgenderism from public life at every level? I'll tell you.
I mean, genital inspections and imprisoning people who do things that you disagree with. Fascism, authoritarianism.
But first, I got to clear the air a little bit. When you want to clear the air, you got to check out Rabbit Air. Go check out Rabbit Air today.
I would not, sir.
Put simply, eradicating transgenderism from public life would mean behaving as American society did before, say, 2015. Before around 2015, we did not have any acceptance of transgenderism in public life.
Okay, first off, this is total bullshit. I remember a story my dad told me a couple times growing up. Something that happened to him back in the 70s, where he was driving down the road, him and a friend, and they picked up this cute woman off the side of the road. And she was hanging out with him, and she said, "I'm a transsexual. Y'all don't mind, do you?" And he was like, "No, of course not." And he said they didn't mind. She was completely cool. And this is my dad in Mississippi in the 70s. Cool people have always accepted transgender people in public life. Now, what happened in 2015 and after is it was you guys who blew transgenderism out of proportion, made it a boogeyman, couldn't shut the fuck up about it, and used it as a scaremongering tool 24/7. You're the one that thrust this into the spotlight. So this is why it's getting so much coverage now. It's not because of some kind of trans agenda that is forcing this upon people. No, you guys are forcing this on people. And ironically, you're actually causing more transgenderism by doing this. Because the more you tell people not to do something, the more people are going to want to do it. The more you draw to people's attention that this is actually an option, the more people are going to choose that option. But this is exactly what they want. They don't actually want to end transgenderism, folks. He wants more transgender people because he wants an enemy to fight because that's how he makes money. It's all a grift. It's like how conservatives don't actually want the border to be closed. They don't actually want fentanyl to stop coming across the border. They want more of it than ever because complaining about it and fear-mongering about it is 100% how they get votes and make money. That's exactly what this guy's doing. It's very transparent.
And it started to be introduced into public life around 2015 when Barack Obama instituted transgender military policies, and some liberals in North Carolina decided to invite men into the women's bathroom and pass all sorts of weird ordinances about bathrooms. Then later on, we got the Bostock decision. The Bostock decision rewrote civil rights law to say that there was a protection for gender identity in there. Obviously, there is not one, but that came years later. So we're only talking about the last 7-8 years or so. We've had transgenderism in public life.
Yeah, that's not true. That's some people saying, yeah, what about Tu Wong Fu, Mrs. Doubtfire? Like, there's always been transgender people in public life. Back in the Roman days, it was very common. I mean, even Native Americans have a third gender, two spirits, right? So, bullshit. That's all they can do. Try to justify his hatred and bigotry, but it ain't working. And also, this you? Here he is. Back in 2019, A Star is Born, Lady MAGA. Lady MAGA's a conservative drag queen. Strange. Back in 2019, Michael Knowles had no problem with it whatsoever. It's almost like he only started having a huge problem with it when it became hugely lucrative to do so. When spreading the anti-woke narrative got him clicks and money and attention, that's when he started being against it, folks. It's so obvious and transparent. And speaking of Lady MAGA, no matter how much of a pick-me you want to be, they're never going to accept you. Now, I understand he goes by he, him pronouns. He is just a shameless grifter trying to make money off the fear and outrage surrounding drag queens. But regardless of how you try to suck up to conservatives, this is how they see you. Stu Peters. Drag queens are celebrated at CPAC. It is run by Matt Schlapp, after all. So I guess that shouldn't surprise us. Yep, there you go. There you go, Lady MAGA. You're never going to be one of them. They're always going to look down upon you now, but I know that he doesn't care. I know he doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck because he's just a con man. He's just making money. He's just grifting. So why would he care? And CPAC was weird, y'all. Even for conservatives, it was weird. Case in point, here is the fashion designer that designed Lauren Boebert's Let's Go Brandon dress. Nazi Barbie Lauren Winsk interviewed him. And yeah, he's creepy as fuck, y'all.
Gosh, I'm Andre Soriano. I love planet Earth, and you can only do that in America. I love you all. Keep doing what you want. There's no other place on planet Earth that you can do who you are as a person. And do it. I love you all. And I love you.
Yeah.
And
don't look at my hair. All right.
I'm not straight.
I
know
you're not. I'm good. I'm good. No, you can't kiss the cameraman. All right, see you later. Thank you so much. All right, so that is what is allowed at CPAC, but they banned Nick Fuentes. So I heard there's a Trump rat upstairs. Let's go check that out.
Oh, they let weird gay people in, but they don't let Nazis in. What's wrong with CPAC? Not letting the Nazis in. Is he on drugs? He on something. Definitely. He on the good shit. I'm just saying, dude, pass it. What's wrong with you? Share it if you got it. And I'm starting to think Mike Lindell might be back on the crack, y'all. Just saying. He gave a little speech, and it went something like this.
RNC, because I'm going to do a call out to them. If you all know that Ronna McDaniel said that she'd look forward to working with Mike Lindell, well, what do you think? If you're working with me, what do you think you're going to work on? It's pretty obvious. Well, I'm announcing putting everything under one roof in this country, everything that all people across this country have been doing, different groups. We've been trying to keep it all organized, but now we have the Election Crime Bureau.com. You can all check it out. I'm making the announcement here.
Oh, finally.
And you can all use your help, get there. But I'm asking that the RNC endorse this. I don't need any help from them.
Finally, he's got it all under one roof. This time, folks, this time, he's got the goods. And I believe him. I don't know about you, but this should be under the Beyond Parody section, folks, 'cause I'm not making this up. He rambled so much. He was so incoherent. He dragged on so long that on the actual teleprompter in front of him, they had this message. Please end now. Seriously. Get the fuck off the stage, you nutbag. That's what they were saying to him, and I still don't think he listened. Holy God. What a shit show. And Nick Fuentes showed up, folks, and he got thrown out of CPAC. And it's pretty obvious why he got thrown out of CPAC, folks. It's because they don't want the public to know how popular he actually is. If he got to just freely walk around and interact with people, if they gave him freedom and his free speech like they claim that they're all for, it would have become obvious how much support he has with conservatives. Hell, Marjorie Trader Greene spoke, and she was top billing at his America First conference. They're trying to save her from embarrassment when he walks right up to her again and says, hey, remember me? But regardless, he is incredibly popular in the conservative movement. Don't believe me? Let's watch the gropers cheer for him like he's a rock star as he gets kicked out of CPAC.
What's going on here today? We're spreading love. We're spreading love.
Love speech, not hate speech.
It's about love speech. Love everybody.
Christ is king.
Christ is king. America.
You gotta leave. This is private. You gotta leave. We're talking. Yeah. You're not welcome here. Who are you with? Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah. Get out. outside. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. You can be outside. All you want, you can be outside.
That's right, folks. They're spreading nothing but love there. That's one thing out about the gropers. It's how much love they have to give. Hell, you don't believe them? Here's the speech Nick Fuentes gave right after they threw him out.
And at the end of the day, you know what else has got to go in a Christian society?
Democracy.
Well, it's not interactive. They're not, okay. This is a big one. This is a big one, okay? And this is going to be the controversial one, but this is the one, this is the only one that hates Jesus in the world. Not Hinduism, not Islam, not Buddhism. But the other thing that's got to go from the public life at the highest levels is this Talmudic Judaism.
Shocker. Fucking Jews. Yep, terrifying Christian fascist, and this is exactly why they wouldn't let him in CPAC, because he has a lot of support. This is exactly what the conservative movement is about. They just don't want to make it that obvious yet. And then they had these fucking liars at CPAC, y'all, and I can tell you 100% this is not true.
It's out there right in the beginning.
Oh, and give you some background. These guys run a Christian dating site.
Out there right in the beginning. We were on a lot of the late night shows, mock conservatives like they always do, right? Oh, you guys are conspiracy nuts. And then, of course, it comes out later that everything we said was true. But point just being like, oh, it's all men. Not true. It's almost exactly 50-50.
Yeah. And we actually have one big problem, Dan.
That's true.
Which is there's too many good-looking women on it.
It always sounds like
we
that's a
need more
line.
hot guys.
That is an actual truth. This is a problem, and we're fixing it. It's out there right in the beginning.
So what they mean is there are a lot of really ugly guys on there. Tons of fucking ugly guys. And the truth about dating sites, and this is something the men's rights movement say, but it is kind of true, that like 80% of the women on dating sites are all vying for 15% of the guys on there. Like the guys who are over 6 foot tall get most of the attention. So it's a very small number of guys who get all the attention. So I don't doubt there is a lack of attractive men on your Christian dating site. But I highly doubt there are tons and tons of attractive women on there, because if I know anything about dating sites, it's that ain't true at all. It's the exact opposite. It's nothing but a fucking sausage fest all the fucking time on there. But you are right. Very, very small number of dudes get most of the traction on dating sites. Unfortunately, that's just the way the world works. What you gonna do? Nothing wrong with being alone, y'all. Nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, I honestly think you don't need another person to complete you. Being comfortable and complete as yourself is a much better experience to me. And then if you find somebody else that compliments you, great. But if you don't, also great, right? And then CPAC's so popular, y'all. Super duper popular. So popular, they had to pay people to fill the seats and attend. Yep. This was in a local ad, I guess in Craigslist. Wanted conference attendees stand-ins at National Harbor, Maryland. Hey, y'all. I'm a public relations specialist, and we've been assigned to fill empty capacity for a major conference being held in National Harbor this week, as well as filling up events spilling into the weekend. There will be major guests at this event, and it's perfect for anyone who loves freedom, God, and country. To apply, please respond to this ad. We are paying $7 to $12 an hour for audience members, so you might be wondering who gets 7 and who gets 12. White folks 7, black folks 12. Almost guarantee you. For audience members, this includes a free ticket to the conference worth up to $29,000. Oh, good God. But yeah, it's all astroturfed, folks. Like I tell you guys repeatedly, they rule us by minority, have not won a popular vote in 40 years, get less votes every goddamn time. There are more of us than there are of them, but they cheat to win. And it's amazingly effective, this dog and pony show. And while we're on CPAC, folks, somebody did an incredible montage 55 clips, 6 minutes. Here's the lowlights of CPAC.
It is time to put America first.
Huge crowd.
This can never be said at a Democrat gathering. Look at all the beautiful women here.
And I'm sick and tired of hearing about the family separation. And I'm still being sued over that, so come get me. I don't give a shit, right?
Trump is a crime victim. Let's remember that.
Piss baby,
I
whiny.
keep my phone away because I know, like, I'm on every FBI list imaginable, so I just got to keep it away because
Coke Jr.
they're going to drone me one day. Like,
Baby bonuses for a new baby boom. How does that sound? That sounds pretty.
Pay women to fuck you.
Baby boom. Oh, you men are so lucky out there. You're so lucky.
Ma'am, if you don't want to be stupid, stop watching Fox.
We need a president who puts America first and not his business dealings with corrupt foreign countries.
Shameless.
Transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely.
I am calling to remove the Democrats from our investigation. They shouldn't be allowed to sit in the depositions and hear the evidence.
Tell Zelensky, you better leave your hands off of our sons and daughters because they're not dying over there.
He is covering up for Ron DeSantis. He's the Trojan horse. He is the Trojan horse. He's the Trojan horse. Do not believe anything you're reading by the media about Ron DeSantis.
Crack monkey.
Trump administration, the administration I served, added $8 trillion in new debt.
I got along very well with Putin.
Wokeness is a virus more dangerous than any pandemic, hands down.
I traveled the country calling out the woke industrial complex in America.
50 different genders and sexualities. You got pronouns.
All they got.
It's too much for kids to handle.
Jim's the GOAT.
No
Jim's
solutions.
the LeBron James of the House Republican Conference.
Are you tired of winning? No, we want Trump
Just
back. Let's
lose
be
every
honest.
time.
But the
Sir, if we have any reporters around, can I shoot them? And of course, I was a good officer. I always listen to my NCOs.
Bathrooms. I'm just say that one word.
Bathrooms.
I'm going to let you just go.
Everybody in Washington said I'm nuts. I might be.
God is great.
He's not.
Beer is good. Sane asylum. That's where. Anybody see Silence of the Lamb? That's where they come from.
I don't even watch the mainstream media at all anymore. I don't read the papers. I really use this as a big source of my information.
That's awesome. And could you tell me about the T-shirt that you're wearing?
So this says Arrest Fauci.
And I want to make sure that you guys know about Gold Code.
Purge
Don has been talking about it. Gold and silver can
Just
protect
say no
your
to plastic
retirement
surgery,
savings
people.
from inflation and dollar
Grow old gracefully.
devaluation.
allowing a 3-year-old to make decisions when they permanent life-altering decisions when they couldn't buy a pack of cigarettes for another 15 years.
What permanent life-altering decisions is a 3-year-old making? It's just a fucking lie.
We had a Republican Party that was ruled by freaks, neocons, globalists, open border zealots, and fools.
Okay, Murdoch, here's the way it's going to be, brother. You've disrespected Donald J. Trump long enough.
Oh, no.
Defund and get rid of, abolish the FBI, CDC, ATF, DOJ, every last one of them.
This, they can cancel some things. You're not going to cancel God. Not happening.
I don't know. It's sort of weird that Pennsylvania managed to elect a vegetable.
I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution.
That Ronna McDaniel said that she'd look forward to working with Mike Lindell. Well, what do you think? If you're working with me, what do you think you're going to work on?
Of misinformation and the deceit that they've been sowing for a long time. It's unraveling right now before our eyes. I do.
But we're going to be holding them accountable and hauling them in, whether they come in willingly or we have to subpoena them, because we have a lot of questions about what's been happening in that jail.
Every one of them perjure themselves?
Yes, so...
And who better to kick off CPAC than the most powerful man in Washington?
War Room merchandise.
So we are finally launching merchandise. You'll be able to buy it tomorrow morning.
We have to be issuing more subpoenas. So far, we've issued tens of subpoenas?
Yeah.
Not enough. Not enough.
The lion that looks to devour, and that lion is looking to devour our children.
All right, I'm done with CPAC. Fuck this. You're boring. God damn it. Who the fuck would go to that? And speaking of Marjorie, Trailer Queen embarrassed herself yet again with her stupidity. It doesn't matter. I know that she doesn't care if she lies. The truth doesn't matter. But she says the genital mutilation of children should be a felony. So circumcision? That's 100% genital mutilation of children. You're going to make it a felony? You're not? You actually don't care about that anyway whatsoever, right? No? Okay. Not a multi-billion-dollar industry. Blink, 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 blink. Multi-billion-dollar industry. It's not even $1 million industry, I would doubt very seriously. Much less a $1 billion industry. Just lies and fear-mongering. That's all they have. That's why I'm reintroducing my Protect Children's Innocence Act to end gender-affirming care for minors. Oh, isn't that right? Isn't gender-affirming surgeries on minors a $1 billion industry? No, I mean, maybe circumcision might be. I bet people have made $1 billion off circumcision since the beginning of time. But nothing to do with transgenderism. Always opposite day in conservative land. And all right, I'm going to skip that one. Fuck that one. I'm going to skip this one too. Who loves overtime, motherfuckers? All of y'all love overtime, so get your super chats in. Gotta do some overtime here. Got another probably 15 minutes of show. Hell yeah. Let's see. All right, we'll cover this one. Apparently, the quartering, guess what the quartering is? He's one of these anti-woke content creators who sits around all day and makes 1,000 videos about Brie Larson and finds wokeness in every movie, every TV show, every cartoon, every commercial. Literally all he does is whine 24/7 about wokeness and somehow makes millions of dollars or whatever. Has an incredibly successful channel because you don't have to be talented, good looking, decent, funny. Don't have to have anything going for you if you're a conservative. All you have to do is whine and cry all day long about wokeism, and people will watch it. Even if you say the same thing 1,000 times over and over again, they'll still watch it because dim bulbs, barely sentient. Anyway, apparently he was calling out the other CHUDs, his fellow conservatives who make content, for being gay and liking trans women, which I guess is a sin. He says, yep, wife cheaters, fake religious, trans cock lovers. This is a large chunk of the right wing. Source, I've hung out with these people in real life. Ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. He wrote a whole article about sucking trans cock. Do people not do an ounce of research? No, they don't. I assume he's talking about Mike Cernovich, creepy, rapey Mike Cernovich. Mike Cernovich loves trans cock. I believe it. He also loves raping people. Kidding, kidding. He says he's just kidding when he says that. The recording says loads of right-wing commentators are either closeted gays or tranny chasers. Classy. Look, I accept and support them, but many of these people you think are based and red-pilled love trans cock, or, well, cock in general. Deal with it. I will deal with it. I don't care. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is if you're a hypocrite about it, I will agree that that is a problem. Like Alex Jones getting caught looking at the trans porn while he claims to be against that lifestyle. The recording goes on to say the modern right wing is controlled and psyoped. They are worse NPCs than the left. If this makes you mad, then unfollow, LOL. If you can't see the obvious, then I can't help you. Most of these pundits love cock. They love drugs. They love cheating on their spouses. I can't help but to think he's telling the truth, folks. For once, I actually agree with the quartering. I think he's spot on here. They're all a bunch of fucking shameless, grifting hypocrites. The quartering says, you want to get mad at me? You want to spurg out? Ableist comment. In my comments, but I've seen it all, LOL. It's so funny to him. I've hung out with these people. I've partied with these people. They are not living live in God's image. Are you? By hanging out with them? By supporting them? By loving them? It seems like you also are a hypocrite. They are as degenerate as they pretend to fight. Ha 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 ha. If you think I'm making it up, maybe take like 90 seconds of your own time to do a little digging. I am 100% out on this new conservative push. Be mad about it. Spurg in my replies. I won't see it. There are dozens of creators you can follow for the chance you seek. I am not going to pretend just to maintain a paycheck. This is a very bad road to take, and I am out. There are loads of mid-level creators jumping on board because they are afraid of the backlash. I don't blame them. I am taking plenty of heat, but I am very lucky blessed that I don't need to worry about it. My viewers know who I am. I don't need to fake it. That's right, the Courting would never suck a dick, ever. He would never have sex with a trans person. He's too pure, that Courting. So I've added 3 major conservative creators and people who still demand more. How many of these folks were liminal order folks? Ha 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 ha. He's definitely laughing in real life, folks, you can tell. I'm taking shit right out front, kid, right out in public. Anyway, you love to see it. The right is eating their own. Lots of panic in my DMs. Don't care. Can't wait for tomorrow's live, 9 a.m. And share the DMs if you got them. I don't believe you, but do it, the Courting. I say let them fight. Hopefully they all kill each other. And meanwhile, in East Palestine, the residents there are incredibly angry over the thing they voted for. This is a town of almost entirely Trump supporters, conservatives, Republicans. These people, 100% after this has happened, after this horrible train derailing that was caused by getting rid of all the regulations, they will 100% go back and vote for Republicans again after this happened. But they're furious, folks, furious at the thing they voted for. Let's have a look.
Toxic train derailment that upended their lives.
My grandchildren, my children, wow. It's not safe here, sir. We're sick.
If this happened in your richer neighborhood, would it have been cleaned up a lot faster?
People that have symptoms, they shouldn't be dismissed.
Officials with the rail company and the EPA in the hot seat. The mayor at times playing referee.
I just want to know why people are getting sick. So do I.
The EPA announcing it will now require Norfolk Southern to test for dioxins, cancer-causing chemicals residents fear could be present after the controlled burn of those derailed cars.
Some people don't have nowhere to go. Some don't have the means. I have my family of 5 living in a 1-bedroom right now at my brother's house, all of us on a blow-up mattress. You know, because I'm not stupid.
Despite
who could be responsible for that? I wonder.
Safe, neighbors say they're still experiencing headaches, stomach issues, and coughing.
This is not something we asked for, sir.
It is. It literally is.
By the grace of God.
Yeah, that'll help.
Please get our people out of here. Yes.
Amid calls for new rail safety measures, Norfolk Southern has now agreed to a request from Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg to join the so-called close call reporting system, which allows employees to confidentially report safety concerns, something the company says it's previously done on its own.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the consequences of my actions, huh? Who could have ever possibly predicted this? You fucking morons. But will you learn your lesson? Will you change your behavior? Fuck no. You don't have the ability to do so. So suffer, I guess, fuckos. And we're going to skip the Elon Musk section. Fuck that. I'm tired of Elon anyway. And let's see what you Daddy Sexy Pools have to say. DSPs! Totally, you voted for it? Yes, they did. And get what you fucking deserve. They so mad, I know, right? If only they could have done something about it. That's because God isn't real, Einstein. Nope, but you can't tell them that. They're too brainwashed. And all right, finishing up the show, folks. Let's do some slow news week. Slow news week with Dusty Smith. Yeehaw! Biffed it. Didn't put my heart into it. Whatever. And a small rat is back and has made another laser etched sign. This time, Cat Piss Theater, and I gotta say, love it. I need this to hang up or right over my door because it's always Cat Piss Theater at the Cult of Dusty. No cats are in here today, though. We got rid of the cat, so I didn't have to worry about any cat pissing on me right now. So sorry that there's been no kitty party in the background, but haven't had to worry about me getting pissed on, which is sort of nice for a change, I must say. And one more, folks. Last one for tonight. Did you guys know elephants are smart as fuck? It's true. They're even smarter than I thought they are. Apparently, they can recognize trucks that are carrying sugarcane, and they've learned to exploit the right-of-way laws that give them the right to step out in the road and not get run over, and just steal the shit out of the sugarcane. Look at these smart motherfuckers. Wait for, oh, I recognize that truck. Yeah, hey. Stop, motherfucker. I've been waiting on you. Yeah. Stop. Gonna get me some sugar cane. And that dude's like, don't eat all my sugar cane. He's like, fuck you. He's so happy. He's like, hell yeah, Lupo, motherfuckers. What you gonna do about it? You gotta stop. Gonna sit here and make some sugar cane. He's like, oh, I recognize it. I recognize the truck. Yeah, you stop, motherfucker. Reminds me of the worst dad joke I know. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhinoceros? Elephino. So smart, though. So smart, the elephants. They say they never forget, but I believe that's bullshit. But still very smart. That's right. Fight the system. Fight the system, elephants. Like, slow down, motherfuckers. I'm going to get fat on sugarcane. Free food. Hell yeah. Got to pay the elephant toll. That's right. Don't mind if I do. A couple for me. You may go about your day, good sir. The elephants, look at how happy he is. He happy as fuck. You're like, damn, you motherfuckers work for me now. Yeah, delivery. It's not DiGiorno, it's delivery. Cute as shit. Fuck yeah. All right, cool. That's my content, folks. If you bail out, please hit the like button before you go. Tell your friends about the show. All of the things. Don't forget to join me on the after party. But let's go ahead and read the super chats. Urban Mosque, start the clock countdown on when a photo of the quartering is leaked showing him giving oral behind a bar in college. Mark it any second now. The Stern Dragon, $10. Please shout out to Chloe Lansdowne. What up, Chloe Lansdowne? Tom Lennon. He's a big fan. Hey, he has amazing taste. And it was meant to go with a previous super chat. Also, shout out to Skylar King's friend who's feeling down today. Thanks and love you. Hey, shout out to all you guys. Hope you feel better. Appreciate you watching the show. The Atheist Brony. So the dudes oppose the life-changing decision for kids. So banning baptism for those under 18? Don't be stupid. Doesn't apply to their shit. No forgiveness, Parker Aguirre. You know the rules. Jason Ashby. Sorry, MTG. We have neither the time nor the crayons to explain it to you. Nope. Not enough time in the world for that idiocy. And Chloe Landon, $20. Message retracted, so I don't think I got the money, but I'll still give you a shout out anyway, Chloe Landon. Clovis Mule. Celtic Frost sang Heroes also. We could be heroes. Never heard that version. I'll have to go check it out. Thank you for the recommendation. Urban Mask. A bonus for having kids. Nick Cannon's going to be a billionaire. I know, right? Like that motherfucker's not already rich enough. Every show on MTV is wilding out. 24 hours a day, wilding out on fucking MTV. Who watches that shit? Love, Kathy H. Love you. I meant Russell was better when he was on drugs. Okay, that definitely makes sense. Yes, he was. Agreed. Kathy H. Dust Buddy, hell yeah. Nick BTV, Dust Buddy, all of you are awesome. Spam the chat with impunity with the customized emojis. And say hi to Tom Landon, truck driver for Chloe, $20. Hell yeah. What's up, Tom Landon? I love you. And all right, folks, that is my time. I sure appreciate it. As always, be sure to hit the like button, please be sure to subscribe. And right now, I am switching over to my Patreon-only show. You can get access to all the Patreon-only exclusive content. There is 8 shows, and there's 2 more every single week, 8 exclusive 30-minute private shows for patrons only. And tonight, we're going to be playing this game, I Am Jesus Christ. Let's watch the intro video for it.
Many people have attempted to write about the things that have taken place among us. Reports of these things were handed down to us.
Finally, we are meeting the Son of God, who wants to save all humans. But do you know what is waiting for you?
He got the Force like a Jedi?
Simon, this is my brother Andrew. We're trying to catch fish.
With a ball of sun?
I'm afraid the wedding appears to have a small issue.
Oh, no.
I thought you might be able to help.
Yeah, we can't get drunk, motherfucker. Booze us, Jesus.
This wine is better than the wine we had before.
Jesus is great at getting motherfuckers drunk.
Please, Lord, just heal my son.
Do it, motherfucker! Jesus healing people for free. That's socialized medicine. That's unbiblical.
Why? Tell me only why you want to save all those humans.
Why?
You deserve that, and believe me that at the end, they will betray you and
I know. I'm gonna betray the shit out of you, Jesus. I am Jesus Christ! And he up there flying around. Hell yeah, this is going to suck, but in the most beautiful way. So join me on my Patreon. There's a link in the description of this video. So be sure to donate whatever you want to, as little as you want or as much as you want. More is better, of course, if you got it, but whatever you got, I'm not greedy. So come join me tonight on the Patreon-only show. And all you Dust Buddies, check the community section of YouTube, and I gave you guys a link where you too can watch the Patreon-only show. So be sure to join me tonight on the greatest after party in the history of mankind. Fuck yeah, gonna be fun. Switch over now. The rest of you, I will see on Friday. Only a few days away. So be sure to have a good week out there. As always, you know, I love the shit out of you guys, and I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. See you soon, and as always, Logic. Fuck yes, everybody switch over now. Now let me go to my SoundCloud and play some motherfucking music. How about some chill? I need to write some new songs. I know I say that every fucking show, but Dusty got to work on some new goddamn music. So much to do. Never enough hours in the day. Anyway, here's Chill, an original song on my SoundCloud. Good night, everybody. This goddamn motherfucking bullshit. I can't turn the motherfucker up because my goddamn thing ain't working. All right, let's see. I gotta go to taskbar behaviors, and it's automatically hiding. Well, why is it not hiding? Hide the taskbar. Would you fucking hide the? All right, goddamn it, I can turn it up some. Son of a fucking bitch. Goddamn Windows. Bill Gates can suck a dick in a bad way.
Bye.